Hi everyone! Today we are going to make a really special wedding card. A really special meaning a large wedding card. So this is one of those very special ones for special people in your life. So this one is measuring the cardstock that I'm using, measuring 9.5 by 8 inches, and I'm using plain white cardstock today. And I need 2 pieces of the white, one scored down at 1.5 inches and glued together on that 1.5 inch spine. But I also added some vellum of the same size between the two, and I just used double-sided tape to attach that to the back of the cardstock on that 1.5 inch spine. I already added my holographic cardstock, one of them measuring a 7 7/8 squared and the other one measuring 7 7/8 by 1 3/8. Then I dried embossed a 7 3/4 of a square card with this dotted embossing folder from Chloe's Creative Cards. This is the Decadent Dots. I love this one because it is so good for so many different occasions. It's really universal and I love using it. So with the glue pen, I just ran right through the edges and I added some crystalline glitter to them. I will attach this to my card using double-sided tape. As you could see, it's already covered on the back, similarly to this one. This piece of white cardstock measures 1.25 inches by 7 3/4 inch, and I added some white and some pink ribbon. Just wrapped it around that piece. And here off camera, I glued or adhered them down onto my card base. I have already created all my embellishments to add to this card, and I'm going to show you what I used to make them, but I'm not going to make the embellishments on camera to keep this video shorter, because I appreciate also that you might not have exactly the same products, but you can create something similar using what you have in your stash. So the first product that I used was the Lacy Heart metal die set by Chloe's Creative Cards, and this one, I have to admit, is one of my most used purchases from Chloe's. I use this die set on wedding cards, anniversary cards, birthday cards. Honestly, this is such a lovely die set to have. This definitely is not one of those purchases that is just sitting somewhere tucked away in a drawer. This one gets used a lot. The die set has 4 different outline dies and then one of the lacy detail die. Largest outline die has a scalloped edge to it. I cut it out of holographic cardstock. The next one die with a straight edge, just plain white cardstock I used, and I added some glitter onto the edge. You can see, just about pick it up, it's a very pale pink from Chloe's. Again, it's the Pink Perfection. It's a very fine, almost like powdery pink glitter with a very pale color. I love using this when I just want a little bit of something there, not too much color. And then the next one is again a scalloped edge one. I cut out of plain white cardstock, but I've attached double-sided sticky sheet to that. And then these two together, the lacy and the smallest outline that I cut out of the lacy detail of white cardstock, adhered it onto the sticky heart, and then I just covered it in crystalline glitter. Camera is not picking up on all that lovely sparkle and shine that I have in here, guys. So I just used my Cola glue to adhere it to the next heart, the pink one, and then I added double-sided foam pads to adhere it to the holographic card. For my flowers, I used the die set from Chloe's Creative Cards Elegant Flower die set. This one has, I've used this so many other times in my videos. I will link to a video where I created flowers using this die set so you can see exactly what all is included. Today I just used white cardstock and saltwater taffy pink ink or distress oxiding on the larger flowers. The smaller ones I just left plain white. And to embellish my flowers, I used the sparklers in 2 different sizes, which are lovely sparkly silvery gems from Chloe's Creative Cards again. For my foliage, I used the foiled acetate sheets, and I just cut these out with my scissors. There's gold or silver ones that you can pick from. Today I went with silvers. And I just cut out all the different leaves. You can add glitter to these if you wish. Today, most of the leaves I just left as they were. But I've cut out these 2 swirly designs, which I added little dots of glue with my fine tip glue bottle and dipped them into my chunky crystalline glitter. These are the 2 foliages that I'm using glitter on today only. And then I needed some greenery, but I wanted the green to be nice and soft again, just like anything else on this card, as I like to go for wedding cards, real nice and soft pale colors. So I used vellum, green vellum, to cut these out of, and the die set that I used is the leafy foliage die set, which has two different dies, the same one going in two different directions, and that's what I'm going to use to embellish my floral arrangement. For the Mr. and Mrs., I used the Wedding Sentiment Builder stamp and die set. If you like making wedding cards, or you do make them a lot, I think this stamp and die set or something like this is a must have in your stash. There's so many options you can do in here. I use this all the time. So Mr. and Mrs., you can stamp it and then use the outline die to cut them out. Or you can cut them out with those fine writing, which I did today, and then add some outline dies behind it, if that makes any sense. The same with the congratulations. You can either stamp or die cut and then use the outline die on both. So there's a lot of options with this, also a lot of other sub-sentiments, which I use all the time. You can see how black it is because it gets used a lot. But today I went with the Happily Ever After from the Bride and Groom stamp set, just plainly because I love that font of that sentiment. I heat embossed it with polished silver embossing powder, and I cut it out just with my scissors in the rectangle, and I added a slightly larger holographic border to it. So in here I glued everything down using my hot glue, and I have a little bow I made using pink ribbon, and I'm just going to use again my hot glue gun to adhere it onto the spine of my bookbinding fold card. And this is it, the card is almost ready. I was missing something from it, though I couldn't put my finger on it, so I did step away for a little minute, and then I came back with some lovely pink pearls, but they were too much. I think they took the attention away from those flowers and all the lovely soft colors. So I decided to use white pearls instead, and I have this huge bag of white pearls, which you would have seen me use so many times in previous cards, even in the tiniest of those sizes. Today, however, I went with some of the larger ones in two corners of the cards, and this finishes it off. How lovely that is. I wish, guys, I so wish I could capture all that sparkle of the glitter for you, because the flowers have glitter on them, and that big lovely heart has all that glitter on them. And I tried my flashlight, I tried the torch on my phone, I just cannot capture it in its true beauty. You're gonna have to trust me on it. Do let me know though, do you like to make wedding cards? And if you do you go small or do you go large? Obviously you could adjust the size of this to any. For the flowers, I used the largest ones and the smallest ones. You could use the medium size for a smaller card and it would still look beautiful. I did make a box for this card, and this is like a flip lid box. I like to add tissue paper to luxurious cards like this. And this is what it looks like. For the bow, I used a die set that came with one of the die cutting magazines, and that was issue 110, and it's a 2-piece die set, and it's such a lovely way to decorate your boxes and even cards. This is a lovely die set to have. And for the paper, I used a foiled silver paper from the Celebrate Textures paper pad, which has gold and silver designs in it, and all different lovely designs in there. And today, obviously, I used the silver. I cut holographic cardstock to 1-inch wide strips, and I added them one horizontally, one vertically, and where they met, I just glued on the bow. And this is how I am going to present this card. I really love how this one turned out. Do let me know, would you like to see more wedding cards being made? Because I love making wedding cards in all different styles. Would you like to see smaller or larger ones? What is it that you like to create? So this is the card in a little close-up. I really hope you enjoyed today's rather short tutorial. If you did, please do not forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so. Make sure you do hit the notification bell so you'll get notified anytime I upload new videos. It really helps me get seen on YouTube when you like and comment and share. I really appreciate every single interaction from all of you guys. You have been amazing, and I can tell you that I have lots of videos coming up for Christmas. So if you like Christmas cards, you would love to stay tuned. Until then, check out some of my other videos. I link one in here for you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.